Shalom, everyone. Just wanted to share some things with you on day 18 of the Israel-Hamas war. There's a lot of stuff going on up in the north. A lot of rockets and attacks from the Hezbollah terrorist group that operates out of Lebanon in the northern border with Israel. And Israel has been responding and bombarding several sites in Lebanon. They've evacuated up to 14 cities close to the border with Lebanon. So even across here, we have a hotel that used to be the King Solomon Hotel, and that's full of evacuees right now. There's a lot of hotels that are hosting evacuees here in Jerusalem, in Tel Aviv, in Beersheba, and there's a kibbutz here called Yad HaShmona. It's more of a moshav, and they are hosting a lot of people from the south, close to Gaza. And in response, the Lebanese government has taken most of their airlines, Middle East airlines, to Cyprus, to Turkey, and to Jordan, just to make sure that Israel doesn't bomb the airport there, because they've also bombed the airport in Damascus and in Aleppo, two cities in Syria, because there has been some attacks from Syria as well. Not so many, but it's been mostly from the northern border with Lebanon, and the big war, which is from Gaza, which they've been attacking, but Israel has been hitting them really hard. The latest thing is that Israel, that the two hostages were released last night. Two ladies. One is 85 years old, and the other one is 79 years old. And I got some footage here where the ladies a little weak, and they seem to be getting along with these terrorists. And so now people are talking about how nice these people are and all this stuff, but we don't fall for it. They're trying to show a different face. That's not really them. They have massacred our people, and if they were to show their humanitarian side, they shouldn't have taken these ladies with them in the first place, and they should be giving back our little kids, our children. There's a little kid whose name was Ohad. He's turning 9 years old, but he's being kept hostage by Hamas, by the terrorist group Hamas. I also, I know I mentioned that the terrorist group Hamas had been training, and they had built little towns according to the exact measurements in Gaza, of these towns around Gaza, around the border with Gaza. And I can show you here that the reason why their attack was so well planned is because they trained in Gaza. As you can tell here, they're coming in through the border, and they trained so well according to what they've been spying in Israel. They build models of these cities, and you can see them coming into houses, and the model houses, and killing people right there. You see, it's a little washed off, but yeah, we have footage of this. Look, they're coming into the houses supposedly and killing people. So they from the very beginning, they were going in to massacre people. They were offered thousands of dollars for each person, each body that they would drag back to Gaza. That's what they were saying, because they've been interrogating these some of these terrorists that they were able to capture, and they were saying that they were offered money for each body, each Jewish person that they were able to take back into Gaza. So these are shots of their training, and that's why their attack was so successful. And so here We another big thing that's been happening here is that the IDF put long video. They put this long video, and they invited about 200 journalists to come and see the brutality, the massacre of these terrorist groups, this terrorist group Hamas. And the video was so grotesque that they didn't release it to the public. Some people that were there had to leave, and they couldn't see the rest of it because it's terrible. It hasn't been released to the public except for these few images that I have here, and even this is pretty grotesque. I already took some of the stuff that it's terrible. Even I got sick a little bit watching it, and it hurts. It hurts just watching this. I can't believe that these people would do such a thing, and even so, journalists from BBC didn't go into this viewing, and so they keep kind of like rejecting the truth about what really happened. But the idea was to let people know that this really happened, to tell the journalists that this really happened, to make the journalists or offer the opportunity to these journalists to watch these videos, so that they will be able to know firsthand that this, well, not firsthand, from a video, that this really happened, and that they will be able to tell the story and stop denying that this really happened. But this is some of the video that I was able to capture, and it's really horrendous and grotesque. I took out a lot of stuff that's really hard to watch, but it's terrible. Look, that Chinese guy got hit by a garden instrument, and it's a Chinese guy. It's not even a Jewish guy, and it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. Right there, you see. And I took out the rest because the guy kept going with that. There's some burned people, a lot of these dead bodies, and these people that are being kept hostages. I don't know what they were looking at, but their eyes are so in awe. And the poor baby that got killed while she was sleeping. And then I got some videos of this, as they're going down the highway. We can see some of the cars that were burned along the road, and they would burn them and burn the people that were inside. And it goes for a long ways. It's a long video, so I cut it out a little bit there. But so I just wanted to update you a little bit on what's going on. A lot of people have wondered why Israel hasn't done the invasion ground invasion into Gaza, and there's a lot of speculation. Like they say that it's because the United States have asked Israel to hold on, because the United States is sending more weapons and arms to have a better defense once they go into once they go in Gaza through land, and also some people say it's because they're waiting to see if more hostages will be released. I'm not sure what the real reason is, but they've been talking about another 50 hostages being released if Israel allows more humanitarian aid to come in. It's a really tough situation, because when you let the humanitarian aid go in, Hamas is the one that takes control of this humanitarian aid. And in fact, there was a video of a lady whose mother is inside Gaza, and her mother was telling her that she had just bought a sack of rice. Instead of 47 shekels, she bought it for 150. Forget if it was 150 shekels, and about 150 shekels, which means that Hamas is making a profit out of this humanitarian aid, supposedly. Supposedly, this is supposed to go to the Gaza residents. Humanitarian aid. It's supposed to go straight to the Gaza residents without any price. But anyway, this is what's going. Some of the stuff that's been going on. We're praying. Please keep praying for what's going on in there. It's not such a good thing for the Arabs either. A lot of the rockets that are being launched into Israel are landing in their own territory, and they're killing their own people as well. It's really, really, really crazy. They're also sending a leaflet. Let me see if I find it here. They're sending a leaflet into Gaza. Israel's throwing them in there, and it's a leaflet that says that if they know where the hostages are, or they know some idea where the hostages are, to please call some numbers. They put some numbers, a WhatsApp number, a telephone number, right there on the leaflet, and they're promising security for whoever gives this information, and some money as well, because it's really dire. It's very important to get these people out before the ground invasion happens. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom, shalom.